Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you here today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here today. And to our partners, volunteers, ASER associates, Pratham state teams, and good friends here, rest of the country, and all over the world. Welcome and a very big thank you for being with us all through these years. Many of you are not here today, but know that we will miss you, and we hope that you're watching the release somewhere. ASER, this year's ASER is our regular ASER, and we are back after a break of 1 year. When we started ASER in 2005, we made a commitment to do it every year, and we did it annually for 10 years till 2014. This is because we believe for data to feed into policy, it needs to be reliable, comparable, and available on a regular basis. In 2005, no one was talking about learning, and we thought it was important to be there year on year, every year at the same time, so that we could shift the focus to learning. Today, things are very different. All education debates center around learning. Many state governments and even the center are doing their own assessments. The NAS is being done more regularly, and last year started presenting estimates at the district level. However, even today, learning levels remain low. And many children are not acquiring basic reading and numeracy skills at the end of primary and even elementary school. The learning assessments being done by the government tend to be in the traditional mode. Children are tested in school, more often than not at grade level, in different subjects using standard pen and paper methods. ASER, on the other hand, is a household survey where children are assessed orally, one-on-one, at basic reading and arithmetic. ASER is designed for our ground reality, a ground reality where some children even today are not enrolled in school. Those who are enrolled in school go to all kinds of different schools. Many of them don't attend school regularly. And most importantly, as ASER has shown over the years, many children in primary grades are still not fluent readers. So we feel that there is still a place for a foundational assessment like ASER that tells us something about children who are not at grade level. ASER 2016 marked the series of a new series which was based on the 2011 census frame. In 2017, we did a different ASER focusing on 14 to 18-year-olds. And this year in 2018, we are back to our regular ASER focusing on foundational abilities of 5 to 16-year-olds. We hope that doing this ASER every other year will keep the focus on basic reading and numeracy, and ASER will continue to contribute new insights that will feed into new policies. As in the previous ASERs, we've kept the reading and arithmetic assessment exactly the same so that it is comparable over the years. But we've added a few new things as well. The first thing is we've extended the group that we record preschool status for. So in the past, we recorded preschool status for 3 to 4-year-olds. For 5 and 6-year-olds, we recorded both schooling and preschool status. And for 7 to 16-year-olds, we recorded only their school-going status. But the landscape in the early childhood space has changed a lot, with many children, many young children being enrolled in school and many older children still being in preschool, especially in the private sector. So as to capture these changes, we in this ASER have recorded the preschool as well as the schooling status for all 7 to 16-year-olds. The second thing is that we've taken some items from our last year's Beyond Basics assessment and added it for 14 to 16-year-olds. If you remember, the Beyond Basics assessment was done in only 1 or 2 districts in each state, and so this is an attempt to get state-level estimates for some of these functional competencies for older kids. And finally, we've added a section on recording physical education and sports infrastructure in our school observations. We have had unprecedented participation in ASER this year with close to about 600 partners and over 30,000 volunteers. Usually our number of volunteers is about 25,000. This year we've crossed 30,000. We would have loved to have all of them here, but unfortunately that's not possible. We do have one of our oldest partners, Mr. Somasundar, who comes every year, so he's here with us today. Our ASER and Pratham teams also had to return to prepare for the state releases, but we hope to show you some glimpses of them later today. Finally, over the years, we worked with many, many young people who have gone on to do all kinds of different things. Some of them have remained in education and become leaders in their own right. Some of them have moved to other social sectors. Some of them have left the social sector and are now managing or running diverse entities from restaurants to hedge funds. Needless to say, they're all very special to us. And this year, we have tried to get as many of our alumni here today, and we hope that those of you who are not in the country or not here today are watching the release somewhere. We have a very special release planned for you today, but before we go on, I'd like to give a very special thank to Nimisha, Mohit, the ASER Center team, and Nandu and his entire team, all of you who have worked so hard to bring this report to us today. Every year in the rush to thank Every year, in the rush to get the report out in time, we often forget to thank all the people, present and past, who have been a key part of this effort. So I want to end today by thanking each and every one of you. A very, very big thank you to all of you, whether you're here or elsewhere, from all of us at ASER. Thank you.